All right. If you're blessed and you know it, say amen. All right, we've got it recorded and we're just gonna jump right in. So happy to be here with you all. You know who we are. This is
Patrick.
and I'm Sherrie. And just a little bit about me. I think I've been married to this guy for about 30 years, 35 years. We have 35 years. 35 years. We have 3 adult children, and Patrick is retired military. He's also pastor. So I am the pastor's wife that when I heard about this community, I jumped head on in because I was desperate for healing. Anyone else besides me was desperate for healing when you heard about Optavia? Just go like this. I was desperate for healing. 3 years ago, I said yes. But what's important here is that had it not been for my coach, and she's on this morning, Rachel, thank you so much, Rachel, for saying yes. Because if she hadn't said yes, I wouldn't have known anything about this community. And it has just been just an experience that I could have never had written myself. So we're glad to be here. This morning, I'm going to be your host, and we're going to ask that you keep your shares at a minimum, because not only are we going to be talking about building healthy meal plans for optimal health and how to make healthy eating automatic 2.6 in the Habit of Health book, we're going to even throw in extra for you this morning. We're going to talk about how do we survive the holidays, and we're going to hear from you, those that's been here for a little bit. What are some tips that you can share to encourage this community? So with that said, the correlating element in your life book is going to be element 15, page 313 and 14 as we start our kickoff this morning. I'm excited to have you here, and I need to hear you participate because y'all know I'm shy, right? So, all right. I love the fact that, and also for people that are not in our community yet, maybe you haven't said yet to optimal health yet and you're a newbie. If it's your first time here, can you please put a 2 in the chat so we can acknowledge you? Those that are here for the first time, will you put a 2 in the chat? Newbies, any newbies? I don't see anything coming in. First time in book club, first time in this community. Maybe you were invited by a friend. Can you please put a 2 in the chat? Or maybe if you don't even know how to use the chat, just give me a peace sign so I'll know that's you, and that's number 2. So if this is your first time here, will you give me a number 2 like this, or 2 in the chat? Okay, I see Heather. Welcome, Heather. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, if I missed you, I'm sorry, but we're glad to have you with us. All right. So as we get started, I'm so happy to be your guide, but I like participation. So just wanted to share that in the Habit of Health book, this is Dr. Ace, New York Times bestseller. This is the physician that leads our program for those newbies like Heather. We've learned in the first Saturday in November from one of our team member, Anthony, and I see him, he's driving, and he's not in the state of California right now, having fun with his son. Blessings to you, Anthony. Anthony guided us about portion control and the plate system, how we're supposed to divide it in 4 for healthiest choices. And also another coach, Alex, did a beautiful job last week when she talked to us about shopping for healthy foods and using Dr. A's color-coded system. And now this morning, I want to just bring it all together. And we're going to look at how to plan meals that are quick, convenient, affordable, and portable. Meals, as Dr. A says, that are quick, convenient, affordable, and portable. And most of all, these are healthy meals, okay? And this will help us, Dr. A says, to reach and maintain our first goal. And typically, because 2/3 of Americans are obese, the first goal for most people, and that's not true for Patrick, however, for most of us, Our first goal is to get to a healthy weight. And I'm in the Habit of Health book right now, page 271. And this is what Dr. A says about habits of healthy preparation. Habits of healthy preparation. Okay, he says the new body of research is uncovering that how we prepare foods may be more important than the type of food that we eat. I thought that was interesting. Okay, how we prepare food may be just as important as the type of food we eat, more important, excuse me. Okay, so he talks about different methods of cooking that affects the nutritional makeup of our meals. And especially since we're about to get to the big day on Thursday, okay, the preparation, how we prepare foods is very important. And then we also learn here on page 271 of the Habit of Health book that heat can break down and destroy 15 to 20% of some vitamins in veggies, especially in vitamin C, folate, and potassium. And he also suggests that some people have stopped cooking their food altogether, claiming that uncooked food maintains all of its nutritional value and supports optimal health. Studies suggest that certain foods actually benefit from cooking, and when cooking carrots, and now some of you may not, some of you may be in the first stage of our program, which is the induction stage, fat burn. We know in that section, we do not eat carrots, right? But just to let you know, this is further on, okay, as you progress in your journey to health. When cooking carrots, spinach, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, peppers, the heat helps to release a greater amount of antioxidants, okay? So now I wanna share with you what Dr. A shares with us about techniques, cooking techniques, and I want you to participate. And please, if you would like to share, once I just lay the premises, go ahead and do your reaction. You can put up your hand so we can acknowledge you. And please keep your shares at a minimum because we have so much that we want to encourage you with today, okay? So here's some different techniques. Microwaving, boiling, steaming, poaching, broiling, grilling, sauteing, eating foods raw, okay? Those are like 8 different techniques that Dr. A suggests about preparing foods. Now, let me say this. I had no idea until I read Dr. A's Habit of Health that when we talk about microwave, because there's so much, I don't know if anybody's like me, when microwaves first came out especially, my mom was so against it. She was like, oh, it's gonna cause cancer because like Patrick said, the radiation. But this is what I learned in page 273 about the microwave. Dr. A says that despite some lingering doubts, my mom was one of those doubters, it's considered safe for all foods and is best at preserving nutrients in veggies, okay? So, however, he says he wants to make sure that you use microwave safe containers. Microwave safe containers, why? They prevent burns, okay, and reduce potentials for plastic elements to leach into the foods. And also, he says something that I've never heard before. Am I the only one? Please don't stand in front of your microwave watching your food go around, as there is a potential for developing cataracts. Anyone want to come off mute and just, lift your hands, raise your hand so we can acknowledge you and share. Did you know this about microwaves, or are you a microwave user? How has this benefited you in your health journey? If you are on the health journey, if you would like to share about microwaves, or he even mentions portable cookers. Anyone here uses portable cookers? I know we have quite a few clients that they do a lot of camping and they do use these portable cookers. So he says, Dr. A says, these portable cookers actually provide a miniature range that cook your meals quickly in about 3 to 10 minutes. Now that's quick cooking. So I'm not sure if someone raised their hands. So if you can look out for me, honey, and let me know. Okay, all right. So portable cookers, and also it's used because the cooking, it helps to make the food taste good. And then portable blenders, all right? Shaker cups, how many have an Optavia shaker cup? Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can hear Patrick, but someone, Michelle, said, does he address air fryers? Actually, not when this book was written, but we had the same question, Michelle, because air fryers are a game changer for us. It's healthy and it's quicker. So that's a great question. All right. So, and also woks. How many use woks? Okay. So he says that the great things about the woks is that it uses little oil, okay, and it has your veggies to remain crispy and crunchy, and the texture and the meat and the seafoods do not absorb large amounts of oils. And I don't know if you're like us in our Jamaican culture, boy, we use those oils a lot. So now as we're stepping into healthy and making healthier choices, we realize that all of that oil that we used to cook with, it's not necessary, and it's not leading us towards optimal health. So I see Dobby's hands. Was it Rachel or Dobby? Okay, so
I had raised my hand earlier just to say that, you know, one of the tips as far as like how you cook your food too, we say this a lot at Optavia. What is the best plan? What is the best way? And you know, a lot of times it's the best way is the way that you're going to stick with. And that is the best. So if you're like, ooh, I love the way this comes out in the air fryer, it keeps me from anti-health foods. I like a light saute. That's my preference. You know, whatever is going to ultimately support your plan is the one that you want to embrace. And over time, you'll grow in your ability to do even harder things as you pursue ultra health. And you may want to level up at any time. But in the beginning, it's very important to do with what you can do and stick with. That was just a little tip.
Thank you, Rachel. Dobby, you want to come off mute?
Yeah, hi everybody.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. So we went on a 6-month trip, and you know, it's limited space. So I bought a little Instapot, and I bought a little, you know, crock pot and little things that I could work on. And what's great about the Instapot is you can make all your meat like on Sunday, weigh it, put it in baggies, and then, you know, when your day gets busy, you can just go in the fridge and grab the bag that you already weighed out. So you have all your food for the week. So that's what I like to do on Sundays, get my food ready in the Instapot, or, you know, the portable cooker, you know. And you know, what's funny is we moved into our new condo and our microwave died. And I'm like, honey, I don't care where you need to get the money, but you got to get the microwave so I can have my brownie.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Dobby. And yes, so that Instapot, that's a good idea. And I also found too that, especially when I started 3 years ago, to get to that healthy weight real quick, for me, what helped was preparing my food in advance. So just preparing those proteins in advance, and then of course, you know, steaming my veggies, that was helpful. But that preparation, as we typically say, most people don't plan to fail, but we fail to plan. Dr. A talks about the bamboo steamer. I'm not sure if anyone uses that or know about that. And then he mentioned what Dobby just said, the zipper style plastic bags. That's perfect, because that's what he says, to keep one jump ahead when you need to fuel at home or on the go. So that's perfect, Dobby. And then we also have why all this emphasis on quick and easy. And I think Rachel just mentioned that. Why are we, they call us the microwave generation. Because I love what he says on 274. Dr. A says it's because humans react to hunger and stress often in ways that don't promote health. Anyone else there? Anyone else there? Okay, so anyway, anyone there that when you're hungry, your stress level goes up? Can you share with us this morning or afternoon, depending on where you are?
You guys are mighty quiet this morning. I don't know if I need to break up my drill instructor hat or something, but you guys, come on, wake
Margaret.
up. Let's go. Come
Margaret,
on. We
okay.
want to hear everybody share. Who put your
Okay,
hands up? Who's
so
hands up?
Margaret, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, come off mute, Margaret. And then Tammy, you go after Margaret, and then someone on the
You guys are
iPhone.
sleeping.
Okay,
When I get stressed out, that I get hungry and I need to grab something quick.
Margaret, say that again. I'm so sorry. Repeat
I
what you
just
just
know
said.
when I get stressed out, I get hungry and I need to grab something quick.
Okay, okay. Thank God for our fuels there quick. All right, then Tammy had her hand up.
To say that my life is stressed right now is an understatement. That's a whole other story. But yeah, when I get into a spot that I'm just like, I need to get away from this, I'm going crazy, I tend to go to whatever is handy. And unfortunately, recently it's been towards a lot of sweets, which are not good. But I've also now, I know that it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know this is bad, but this is what I've got right now. And the benefit of our feelings is having them quick and easy. And so I've found a new way of getting my feelings. I've just have to do it, order them on weekly so that I can make sure I get them without breaking the bank monthly for me right now. I have my shakes back and I'm just like, oh, thank God I've got my coffee shake in the morning, gets me going, gets me back on plan, gets me refocused. I'll say that's the word I want, is my coffee shake in the morning gets me refocused for the day and is helping me in the last couple of days to kind of ease back from the extra sweets because things are kind of stressful. So just sharing that,
Thank
grab
you,
what's
Tammy.
good. So
Thank you for sharing your heart. We hear you, and yes, this is stressful, and that's why Dr. A calls our fuels healthy fast foods, and he talks about planning. Planning is so important, and I love the fact that you took the initiative to place that order. And I just want to put a shout out there. Yes, the holidays can be very stressful, and placing our orders now, because trust me, it's real stressful because so many people this time of the year are going to be making decisions about health. So us as coaches and clients, if we can put our orders in early, that's going to help because it's going to get pretty crazy. So thank you for sharing that. And those cravings can be cured with our fuels. So we're so happy that this is not a diet and that we have a program that's been, tried and true, and having those fast fuelings, that's going to get us back on track. So it's not all or nothing. And I love that about our program. Thank you for sharing, Tammy. Love you. All right, Michelle.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah. So one of the ways that I deal with, I've had, like I said, holidays, a lot of different personal things in my life right now with a lot of stress. And one of the ways that I deal with it is I am a stress eater. I've learned that from this program through the Life book, that I am a stress eater. I like to go out for a walk, or make sure that I always have this in my hand, or distract myself from that. Once I distract myself, and it takes me a good 3 to 4 minutes to distract myself, I am able to overcome wanting to go to those things that I think are going to make me feel better. But usually when I will eat something that isn't serving my body, healthy wise, my body tells me, and I usually get an upset stomach, or I don't sleep well. And so I really try to go to something else another healthy habit that I've learned. So I'm not going to those sweets or whatever it is. Mine is usually, and another thing is I don't have any of that in my house. So the only way that I would be able to do that if I'm home is I'd have to get in my car and go and drive and get it. And so that's another way of of avoiding eating those things during or doing something that isn't serving my body right during those stressful times.
Thank you, Michelle. That's so awesome. Connie, you're up next, but I wanted to share, just draw our attention to something Dr. A says, because guys, we're all stressed out. This is the time, this is the hour. So I don't want anyone to feel like, you know, we got a handle on this, but he talks about preparation. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, when we prep in advance, and I love the fact, Michelle, that you said, I don't have those foods in the house because, you know, you're in a beautiful situation where you don't have small kids, but not everyone has that situation like you, right? But this is what Dr. A says, page 274, midway. He says, this healthy fast food, which is our fuelings, to fuel our body before your craves kick in. So we can cure the cravings by really being focused, laser focused, especially now, and setting those alarms. That's something we have that we can control, setting those alarms. And guys, this is something that a lot of our clients do, and they find it successful. After you put those timers on your phone, give yourself a 15-minute break so that you'll know that once that buzzer go off, you have 15 minutes to get to that fuel, and put the times on your fuels. That also helps you to double down and stay focused and stay true to what you say you want to create with your health, right? And I love what Dr. A says, planning meals in advance, having them ready to go, perhaps most importantly, sticking to every 2 to 3 hours, eating healthy on schedule helps us to stay in control. And guys, this is beautiful, that 2 to 3 hours, because then the insulin level is right where it needs to be. But if we skip and then that insulin level starts creeping up, that's when we get hangry, right? So listen to what he says. What happens when you're in control? You'll reach your healthy weight over time. You'll develop permanent habits of health. You'll improve your health and possibly reduce your reliance on medications for certain weight-related health conditions. Your work performance will improve. You'll eliminate cravings, and your mental focus and energy will improve, and also you save money. Just wanted to talk about when we are in control, we go into creative mode and we can create what we want. We can design that life that we want. Go ahead, Connie. All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Connie.
When I'm hungry, I get an instant attitude, but that's why these fuels is like right on time. And I like the fact that I learned to prep, and when I prep, that's where I say, oh, I know I got everything in place, so I never have to think about what I'm going to eat. I never have to think about, because I like to prep all my things, have them ready, and be right there. But I do get an attitude when I feel like I'm hungry. That's all I got to say.
Thanks, Connie. Go ahead. Sheila, you're next. Come on.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, so what Michelle said, and the timers are so important. Like, I still set them, and I'm in optimization. I still utilize the fuels. What else? So meal planning. Yeah, meal planning helps. Every Sunday, I choose at least 3 meals that I know I'm going to cook. Make sure I have everything. And yeah, this is definitely going to save people money, especially when you go into grocery stores now. A jar of spaghetti sauce was like $10. Yeah, so planning, I'm kind of reiterating what everyone else said. What else was I going to say? I guess that's the most important thing, is planning, getting to order in early. It's like you said, I adjusted my order this morning and it was already full on a couple of days, so I had to push it out. So yeah, plan.
Thanks. Hi, Amy. You want to come off mute and share? There you go.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I'm not a stress eater, I'm a bored eater, but my fiance and I are traveling over the holidays, and we are traveling to our homes in both Alabama and Georgia. So not only are we traveling, but we're traveling to the South where everything is fried. And our plan for staying on track during the traveling is we have already begun purchasing in our monthly boxes the prepared lean and greens. We had one last night, and I'm here to tell you they're delicious. So that's our plan. We're going to participate with our families and have our family time over the holidays, but we are planning accordingly. We've already thought about that. We're going to pack everything in our suitcase and hit the road, or hit the skies rather, and make sure that we have what we need to stay on focus and stay on track. And I don't think, well, we'll see, but I don't think we're going to miss any of the foods that our families will be enjoying. And we may decide that we want to, on a limited basis, taste it. But regardless, we're preparing, so that's how we're planning to stay on track.
All right. Right before Allie comes, I just want to share this because of time. On page 278, Dr. A lists a plethora of meals that are fast and easy, Mediterranean delights. They make delicious, organic, low-fat hummus flavors like tomato, basil, and low glycemic. So we want to just really dive into that, especially for the holidays. And for those of you that I only saw one first time, at least that's all I saw initially, some may have jumped on afterwards. Please talk to your coach. We have a delicious holiday menu, Thanksgiving menu that you can go to for healthier options. And I wanted to share something with you that I've been sharing with my clients, and they think it's hysterical, but when they do it, they win. Not only for the holidays, but forever. If we can just go into the holidays and just ask ourselves, why did I even want to get healthy in the first place? Why did I even reach out to my coach? Why? Let's stay crystal clear on our why, okay? Because our program, guys, it's behavioral. Most of us know what we want, but left to ourselves, we don't do it. So what does that mean? Thanksgiving, it's a time of family and fun. Let's make a decision based on what you say you want, what your goals are. Please stay in touch with your coach. Your coach is here to assist you and serve you to what you want. If you choose to say, you know what, I want to stay in fat burn, then it's simple. So here's some easy meals again that I promised you, the fuelings. I think it was Dobby said the microwave, put it in there, bam, healthy. So on Thanksgiving Day, how could we, if you decide to stay in fat burn, to keep letting, practicing these 6 macro habits of health and get to your goal weight and beyond. So let's keep those alarms set. Let's put those numbers on our fuels and talk to your coach about healthy recipes. Stay integral to your lean and green if that's your choice. We all get to make choices, right? And then if you decide that, you know what, maybe I wanted a half a meal that I'm not going to stay true to. We can coach that, guys. That's what your coach is there for. So lock arms with your coach. Keep your water going. Stay hydrated. Get those fuelings. And if you want to divert somewhat, now we know that when we modify the program, we modify the plan. So if you decide that you don't want to, the results, excuse me, if you decide that you don't want to stay in fat burn, you want to do a little diversion, it's okay. It's the worst thing is not having a plan. Okay, so get that plan. And then if you feel like, you know what, I want to do maybe another option is just one meal. I want to choose something other than my lean and green. Okay, that's fine. So please talk to your coach and then ask yourself again, Why did I say yes to optimal health? This is the time to really look at element 4, stop, challenge, and choose. Okay, Marilyn is, can you mute Marilyn? Thank you. Stop, challenge, and choose. Behavioral. So think about, how are you going to feel the day after Thanksgiving? Think about the cost. Okay, so we want you to really think those things through, and it's nothing about shaming or judgment. We are here to guide you to what you say you want. So let's put a plan in place. And if that plan means, okay, I'm not going to stay 100% true to plan, it's not about perfection. Okay, it's about progress, and it's not about guilt or shame. And you ask yourself, am I going to have FOMO, fear of missing out? Okay, so if that's your case, talk to your coach about it. Or are you going to have JOMO, the joy of missing out, and say, you know what, I'm going to move away from the eating table, and I'm going to engage in conversations with my family and really listen with your whole heart. And this is what I often share with my clients. When you're at the restaurants or a holiday event, keeping your water in your dominant hand, you have to really stop, challenge, and choose yourself when you put that water down to pick up something that doesn't serve you to your goals, right? So think about that. If you have to take a water container with you, a huge one, to say, you know what, I'm standing for my health because I'm sick and tired of, feeling horrible. So the choice is yours, and we'll coach you to where you want to go. I want you to laugh a little bit. I've even shared with my clients, go to the dollar store and get a little travel toothpaste that tastes nasty. And after you've eaten and you're tempted to eat something off plan, if you want to stay in fat burn, put the toothpaste in your mouth. And then as your next fueling is coming up, you got to drink that water. So you're going to stay hydrated with that nasty tasted toothpaste. And that way you can commit, if you really want to plan to stay in fat burn. Come on, Allie, I saw your hands up. Go ahead.
Hey, I know we're pretty much ending, but I'll make this real quick. Just about traveling. Kelly and I have traveled a ton since being on program, and even in optimization, whether we're driving or flying, I have actually been known to bring fresh vegetables on the plane. Yes. You can bring a lean and green. Like, it's great to have fuelings during a drive, but if you feel like you want to have a lean and green during a drive, we have brought meats that we don't mind eating cold, like say some cold, like chicken, kind of cubed squares of breast or whatever. I even did some cold cooked sausages that I had made. And then fresh veggies. I mean, I always have cherry tomatoes, mini cucumbers, and cut up bell peppers. Or you could do broccoli, weigh it all out, stick it in a baggie. You literally have a lean and green in your lap in the cooler, So just regards to the planning and everything, you don't just have to plan your fuelings. You could plan a lean and green on the way. I've even eaten a whole lean and green in the movie theater. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving.
I love it. I love it. We went a little over. If you have to jump off, happy Thanksgiving to you. I just wanted to share, we have 38 days, guys, 38 days for the rest of the, I think it's 6 or 7 meals it turns out to, if you want to, have those meals, and think about what you've already started to create. Okay. And what I love is that if you choose to make a choice outside of plan, page 77 in the Habit of Health book, lapse and relapse. This is behavioral, guys. Guess what? This is not doom and destruction. We pick up where diets fail. You get back on track, drink your water, move your body, and keep it going. So have a blessed Thanksgiving. Your coach can give you some holiday recipes so you can stay true to what you say you want. So God bless you all, and thank you so much for the OT. Bye-bye.